What's good? It's your boy Jay, that's me. Let's dive into NXT from November the 6th, 2024, live from the 2300 ECW Arena in Philly, PA. Really decent show. We got some okay surprises. The arena looked good, so it seemed like a big crowd was there. The crowd was lively all throughout the entire show, which was great. I don't know how many were in the building. I would probably venture to say in the ballpark of probably either between maybe 4,000 to maybe 5,000 people, something like that. So hopefully I'm right. If I'm not, it is what it is. But that's what it looked like to me. And the crowd, like I said, they were lively all throughout. So we kicked the show off with the first match of the night. Jaida Parker versus Lola Vice. Hardcore match. Don Marie, special guest referee. Don Marie still looks good. Jaida Parker wins via the Hypnotic. This match was fun. The crowd was into it. There were typical chairs, ladders, tables, kendo sticks. There was one spot in the match where Lola Vice got a trash can lid and she did 3 roundhouse kicks to Jaida Parker. So that was a cool little spot there. Both women brought it. And like I said before, Jaida Parker got the win via the Hypnotic. So that was cool. What do you do with Lola Vice going forward? I have no idea. I'm hoping that Shawn slowly turns her heel because she needs it. I feel like this babyface run has not been good for Lola Vice. She's just been taking L after L after L. And she's kind of basically just lost in the sauce, really, if we just, sit back and watch. She's lost in the sauce, really. It's not good. But Jaida Parker winning is great. I love both women. It was the battle of the asses, which was always, a good thing. What do you do with Jaida Parker going forward? I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't know what you do with either Lola Vice or Jaida Parker. I don't. Jaida getting the win here is fine, but what are you going to really do going forward? Like, she can't go after the NXT championship for the women. She can't go after that. She can't go after the women's North American championship either. Are they going to continue to do personal feuds with Jaida? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but the match was okay. Moving on. So, Ethan Page and Ridge Holland, they're backstage. So, Ethan Page says that Philadelphia is the birthplace of America. He said he finds fitting that an Englishman and Canadian are here to bring the fight to Trick Williams and Bubba Ray and ruin tonight's night of nostalgia. So Ridge Holland says that Ethan believes that he deserves to be NXT champion, but I need to be NXT champion. So tonight we'll put our differences aside and Trick in this city at Stand and Deliver, where you soar to the highest of heights. But in that dump they call the ECW Arena, prepare to be dragged down to the lowest point of your career. Ethan Page says, we promise there won't be any monuments, statues, or fairy tale endings, and especially no tables. that was cool there. I like the end of that promo. Okay, cool. So Kalani Jordan, she's stretching with Rob Van Dam, who gets a good reaction. So Rob is giving Kalani Jordan some advice. ahead of her rematch against Fallon Henley next week. RVD says that if Kalani wants to be a standout tonight, stand out by pinning Fallon in the All-Star tag team match. So then basically Kalani Jordan gives directions to RVD to the office of Ava, and Wes Lee beats the shit out of RVD with a steel chair, which was cool. Then I wanted to burn my television to the ground. The family, they ran into lame ass Sean Spears and Sean Spears and Brooks Jensen at Tony and Nick's Philly cheesesteak restaurant. So Nunzio joins the conversation. He gets a really good reaction. He wants to know why the Don hasn't been answering his phone calls next week on NXT. Adriana Rizzo will take on the Kid Lions. Nunzio says that the Don is going to be paying a tax tonight, giving him a crack at the NXT North American Championship, which is fine, I guess, but I didn't really want that. I don't know why we just didn't get a I wouldn't say really a vignette. Why did we? My bad. Why didn't we just get like a backstage, confrontation between, the family and the FBI? I thought that would have been some good shit, but it didn't happen. So it is what it is. This leads us into Wes Lee versus Jevon Evans. Jevon Evans gets the win via the 5-star frog splash. So the match was solid. Jevon Evans is just awesome. He's basically the second coming of Ricochet, basically. He's that damn good. He really is. Booker T was wild and crazy on commentary like he always is during this match. So towards the end of the match, Rob Van Dam comes out. He gets involved to an extent. Wes Lee uses a steel chair to Rob Van Dam. Rob ducks. He kicks Wes Lee in the face. And then this allowed for Jevon to hit the cutter. And then he hits the 5-star frog splash for the 1, 2, 3. And then Jevon Evans celebrates with RVD. So it seems like Shawn Michaels, they love the fuck out of Jevon Evans. Pause. But they do love Jevon Evans. Like, they really do. Somebody backstage loves Jevon Evans. Jevon Evans is getting a really good push. And I like what they're doing with Jevon Evans. He's been getting the rub as of late, which is good. I just hope that Shawn can find him a character and a gimmick that fits him. But they do love Jevon Evans. Him working with Randy Orton and him working with RVD. Yeah, they have high hopes for this kid. They have high hopes for him, which is a good thing. Really good. So, Jevon Evans, hopefully he can win something. Hopefully he can become North American champion. We'll have to wait and see. Moving on. So, Eddie Thorpe, oh my God, he wanted to discuss business with Ava, but she blew him off, and she said that she'll deal with him next week. Okay, who cares? Moving on. So, Ava, she's out next, along with Mr. Stone and Stevie Turner. So, basically, Ava got on the mic. She talked about how it was an honor for NXT to be held in an historic arena, and the electricity is undeniable. This brand is all about passion. Philadelphia are the most passionate hardcore fans in all of wrestling. I don't know why she said that. She revealed that NXT is going to go back on the road for the next premium live event, which takes place on Saturday. Saturday, December the 7th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. NXT deadline. And then she mentions it's going to be the return of the Iron Survivor Challenge, which I do like. This is great. So then Robert Stone, he gets on the mic. He starts shitting on the Philadelphia crowd. He started mentioning that other cities are more hardcore, like Boston and New York and others. Then he made fun of the Philadelphia fans. He also made fun of the Phillies and the Eagles. So the lights go out, and Rhino's right there, and he hits the gore on Mr. Stone. So this is fine. This makes sense, I guess. Not really all that important. It was just to get Rhino on the show. Again, I'm okay with this. I am. Moving on. So, the metaphor, they try to pick a fight with Julia and Stephanie Vacker. Okay, that's fine. Moving on. Trick Williams and Bubba Ray Dudley versus Ethan Page and Ridge Holland. Surprisingly, the match was okay. Ridge Holland got the win. So, Trick was going for the trick shot, and Ridge rolled him up. So he dodged it and rolled him up. So this is fine. I'm guessing it's going to be Trick and Ridge at NXT deadline in December, which is fine. So even though, I don't like how they do this shit sometimes, but it is what it is. Post match, Ethan Page and Ridge Holland, they beat up Trick Williams. So this allows for Bubba Ray to come back, and he fights off both guys. And then Bubba Ray, he body slams Ethan Page. So both Trick Williams and Bubba Ray, they do the what's up, which is cool. So Bubba Ray then tells Trick Williams to get the tables. Devon comes out. He gets a pretty good reaction. Ethan Page, he begs for mercy. And then both Bubba Ray and Trick Williams, they choke slam Ethan Page through the table. And then Devon comes into the ring, and he gives Trick a pair of the Dudley glasses. And then Trick Williams celebrates with the Dudley Boyz. So that was cool. Really good stuff there. Really good shit there. So that was a good way to use both Bubba Ray and Devon. And this was going to be just a one-off. So we're not going to see Bully Ray anymore at all, period. So that's fine. But it does, make sense. Moving on. So, Carmen Petrovic, she's still having issues with Ashanti Diodonis. So she tells Ashanti to stay out of her business. She also took issue with the girl Ashanti was flirting with. Ashanti says that he's in a situationship, basically. But he did wish Carmen a belated birthday. And she was like, he did? So that's kind of funny there, I guess. Moving on. Tony D, he defeats Nunzio. He retains the North American Championship. The match didn't last long. It went maybe about, I think, 3 minutes or whatever. Post-match, the family, they hug it out with the FBI. So that was cool, I guess. That's fine. Moving on. So William Regal, he gives Lexis King props for not taking the easy way out in last week's Heritage Cup Championship. He proved to William Regal that he's not his father's son. Then William Regal proceeds to ask Charlie if he's his father's son. Charlie says that basically that time will only tell. William Regal's been keeping a close eye on the No Quarter Catch crew for a few months. He says the NXT Tag Team division is wide open for Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights. So that's fine. So I do like this. At least they finally acknowledged that William Regal is the father of Charlie Dempsey. I don't know why they didn't do that for a few weeks, but it is what it is. This does make sense. I am interested in this. I like Charlie Dempsey. He kicks ass. Tavion Heights is cool. Miles Bourne, not so much. Not so much. Moving on, we get a vignette from sexy ass Nikita Lyons. She said she has the NXT Women's Division on lock. Stack them up because she's going to take them all out. And it starts with Adriana Rizzo. And she does admit that she was the one that attacked Adriana Rizzo. So this is cool. I'm glad that Nikita Lyons is heel. And it should be interesting how Sean books this going forward. Moving on. So Ava tells Axiom and Nathan Frazier that she'll inform them who their challengers will be in the coming weeks. So Nathan Frazier is looking forward to having next week off. So they're still doing the breakup storyline of Fraxium. Who gives a shit? Fuck this. Moving on. So we go over the match card for next week. So it's going to be Fallon Henley versus Connie Jordan for the NXT Women's North American Championship. And then the men and women's Iron Survivor qualifying matches, they begin. So that's going to be fun right there. That's going to be cool. So let's lead us into the main event. Francine, she's on the front row. That was cool. So let's lead us into the main event. Julia, Stephanie Vacker, Kalina Jordan, Zaria, a.k.a. Delta, and Jordan Grace versus Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, and Fatal Influence. 10-woman tag. The baby faces get the win. And it's actually Zaria who wins. She wins via the F5. That was cool. So they are pushing Zaria, a.k.a. Delta. This match was fun. I enjoyed it. It's just a bunch of spots, basically. Pretty interesting way to close the show. I do like that. Maybe it seems like they're gonna have Zaria to probably win the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge at Deadline. I think that would be cool. That would make the most sense. That's what I would do. I think you could put Stephanie and Julia in the mid-card for a while. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't do that. I would put them as a tag team. But we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. So NXT was fine. I thought it was pretty decent for the most part. Having Rhino show up, Devon show up, that's fine. RVD showing up is cool. They're still pushing Jevon Evans. So this was an interesting show. The crowd is what made it good. The crowd was really into everything that happened. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.